Just so y'all you know, mommy has always fought, pushed for you guys to be able to spend equal time with me and dad. I have last year we were supposed to meet in December. I have documentation to show that I've tried to get him to maintain 50-50 custody parenting time. They do know that you have your affidavit. We even asked one. I even agreed for him. Last week, my attorney sent him another proposal for you to stay with him primarily, if that's what you wanted to do based on your affidavit, and to get permanent custody of William. And I didn't even ask for child support. I tried to do that. Your dad said no. For some reason, I don't know what's going on with him, but he asked us if he doesn't want me to see you all at all. And he told the judge today, which is a lie, that I physically beat you all as usual. I mean, his attorney told the judge that day. I beat you all. I'm abusive to you all. And if that be the case, then neither one of you all want to be here with me if I was abusive. But the judge gave him temporary primary custody of you both, with final decision on education and healthcare, meaning he gets to put you all in school wherever he wants. And it's going to be for 12 weeks. I'm only going to see you all every second and fourth weekends. That's it. He's not going to let you all come home. And I'll only be able to see you all Friday through Sunday, twice a month. I begged the judge to please watch the video of you all telling him that y'all wanted to stay here when he called the cops to the house. My attorney tried to get him to just watch the video. And your dad kept telling the judge that I abused you all, that I beat you all, that I hurt you all, that y'all miserable here, y'all don't want to be with me, and that I'm angry and I need help and I need a psychiatrist and I'm crazy. And the judge didn't want to see my evidence. They adjourned the matter. You're going to make me wait 12 weeks to go back to court. He said that I kept you all from him for the last 2 weeks and he hasn't seen you all. He saw you all last week for your award ceremony and graduation. I invited you. I told you all your dad could come to dinner with us. He didn't want to do that. You all told him y'all wanted to stay. I asked you all, remember Sunday, if y'all talked to him. I said, I'm not holding y'all hostage. If y'all want to go to your dad's, just let me know. I've never done that. I've never kept you off from him. And he lied to the court today and said he ain't seen you all in weeks. He saw you all last week. We have pictures. And my attorney said he saw them for one child had a graduation, another had an award ceremony. Well, that was only an hour or two. My attorney said he didn't ask for the kids. Not one text, not one call did your dad send saying, I want to see the children. He didn't email me. He didn't say anything. And he could have sent that to you or your brother. But I didn't get anything saying that. And he knows he doesn't have to ask. At any time y'all want to go to your dad's house, you can go. And I told my attorney's case is stressing out my children. Your blood pressure is elevated. He's got some anxiety. This case is stressing y'all out. Y'all want this to end. Y'all ready for this to be done and over with. And he's dragging this out for another 12 weeks. He ordered me to go to a psych eval and get anger management. I said, okay, fine. I go to anger management, whatever. I'm not abusing my kids. I don't beat my children. Don't you think that DFACS and CPS would have came and got them? They're 15 and 11. My 15-year-old is bigger than me. He's taller than me. How can I beat him? My children wouldn't want to be with me if I was abusing them. He wouldn't see any of the police videos. Even when you told the police you wanted to stay here an extra day. All the texts when you guys are asking for more time, the judge didn't want to see or hear any of that. Because he wanted to go out of town. So, in order for you all to have a guardian ad litem, a guardian ad litem is like an attorney just for you two. Her name is Tori. Miss Tori is going to be you all's legal representation. I have to come up with $2,500 to pay my half for you all's attorney. And just like with the social worker, Mr. Terry Neal, the only difference is she's an attorney. He's not. They didn't want to see his recommendation either. And I even said, if my oldest son wants to stay primarily with his dad, I'm okay with that. But I still want to see my children. Your dad is doing this, and I don't know. He's doing it. I don't know why. But when you all meet with Tori, when you get that guardian ad litem and interview her, you tell her the truth and tell her what you want to do, whatever it is. Okay? Don't tell her anything because I said it. Just tell her what you want. That's it. Tell her the truth. Say, I did want to stay with my dad, but I do want to tell my mom, whatever you want to do. Because I know your dad is not going to take you to work, Puna. He's not. He's not going to take you to work. And you're looking forward to your first summer job. You're looking forward to driving, learn how to drive. I've been trying to push for him to get you driving lessons. So you can get your license. When you get your license at 16, you can drive. And he didn't care about any of that. And I told him, I said, he's not going to let my son work. My son he's been working so hard to get his blood pressure down so that he can pass his physical. He's going to be doing his first internship. He tried to deter my son when he wanted to work at a summer camp, talking about he didn't know where it was. Your dad doesn't want you to work because he's going to have to report your income on his taxes. Because he claims you on his taxes. So he would have to report all your income. Your dad doesn't want you to have a job because it's going to mess him up financially. He would have to pay a higher tax bill. And on top of that, he might not even be able to claim you and get credits. Plus, he might lose the VA disability payments he gets for you and your brother. Because now you are able to work. And you're going to be making decent money with benefits. If I would claim you my taxes, I don't care. I would still let you work. And just report it and do the right thing. But he lied to the court today saying, I abused you all and beat you all. I have never put my hands on you all. I have never abused you all. He did the physical discipline. When you all needed spankings back in the day, he spanked you all with extension cords. He's the one saying he's going to punch y'all in the chest. Y'all old enough to you're not too old to get punched in the chest. He said that in my driveway in November. When we was talking about y'all school and grades. He said, ain't too old to get punched in the chest. I would never say that. I would never punch y'all in the chest.
Did you tell the court that?
I tried to. And the judge didn't hear me. And your dad and his attorney kept lying. So, Mama's been fighting. I'm trying. I hired my attorney. He wouldn't even let my attorney talk or show him the police body camera footage. The judge was more set on trying to go out of town. And your dad and his attorney was lying about me abusing you all. I admit I'm not perfect. And I fuss a lot. But it's not to be abusive. It's because I want y'all to be prepared for real life. Mommy is sorry if I ever hurt you all. But I want you all to be honest when you get this guardian ad litem and just tell her what you want. Okay? Just like y'all did with Terry Neal. I don't have an issue with you saying you want to stay with your dad. Or you saying you want to stay with me. Y'all have the right to make those elections. He'll even hear Williams' election at 11. Because the law says that y'all can make an election at age 11 in the state of Georgia. So he'll even consider Williams' election. But he's going to make me wait 12 weeks for another court hearing. Because y'all dad is sitting here doing this and he doesn't want me to see you all or spend time with you all. My attorney said, what if the children just want to spend time to see their mother? Well, she's only going to be able to see them every second and fourth weekends. Friday to Sunday. It's not the time to do anything with you all. Spend 2 nights and 1 good day here and that's it. All the things that I plan on doing with you all this summer, I'm not going to be able to do that. Especially when it's only the second and fourth weekends of each month. So, I have tried to mediate with your dad and get him to just be more amicable. Multiple times. My attorney sent his attorney email last week saying, can we reach an agreement? And your dad is the one saying, no, I want my kids. It's not about custody with you all. It's about control. And I'm saying that because I'm tired of it. And it hurts you all. And I believe that both of you all should always have equal access to both parents. I have always fought for that. That's why we had 50-50 custody of parents' time. Because mommy forced that 3 years ago. Because I never want you all to feel like you can't be home or be with your dad whenever you want it. You told your dad last week on your own you wanted to stay here until you get your blood pressure stable. But not one time did you ever tell him I'm forcing you to stay. And he didn't care. Didn't care your blood. This case is stressing y'all out. It's affecting your mood and behavior. Mine. It's costly. I've had to get loans. Mommy has no money. And I'm trying. Your dad doesn't want to pay child support. He doesn't want to help. And he doesn't even want to agree. I told him, I said, when my son starts working, in the next week or so, how's that going to go? I said, he wants to work. Well, my client has no problem taking him to work. Why would your client bring up an issue about the distance? Your dad is not dumb. He knows he's going to have to report your income or it'll be tax fraud. You bringing in the income you're going to bring in for the summer, even if it's two months, at the rate you're being paid, it's going to push him into a higher tax bracket. And he doesn't want to lose the VA disability payments. He's only thinking about himself. He's not thinking about how y'all feel about this. Your dad don't talk to y'all, ask y'all what y'all really want to do. He comes here and then expects you all to be forced to come out my house to go to him. But when you all ask me, can you spend extra time with your dad? I always say yes. The only time I was hesitant was when the judge said we both need to follow the court order. But after that, you've always been able to go to your dad's house whenever you want. You were with him for like 3 weeks in December. And he tried to lie about that. No, she tried to keep them from me. No, I didn't see my oldest son from December 6th to December 25th. 19 days, I did not see you. And you think he encouraged you to come home and spend time with me? No. I said, but I didn't come in here lying, saying he's abusing, physically beating my children. And he's the one sat here talking about punching y'all in the chest. He's the one that was the physical disciplinarian when y'all needed spankings. He's the one that spanked y'all with extension cords. He bought extension cords to spank y'all with. And I didn't even do all that. So with this guardian ad litem, this is going to be you all's legal representation. When Miss Tori, I got to come up with $2,500 to hire her and pay my half of it. Your dad doesn't want to spend the money for a guardian ad litem. He just wants to get control of you all and not let me see you all. I even told him he doesn't want you all to see your own grandmother, his mother. He didn't invite her to the graduation and the award ceremony. She didn't even know about your awards thing. I had to tell her at the last minute, and because it was too late, she couldn't come because it was last notice. Even last year, he didn't invite your grandmother out to your graduation. I did. And I had to threaten him, if you don't bring your mother, I'm not going to let you come. I had to do that just so y'all can see our grandmother. When we met up with her at Maggiano's last year, I had to facilitate that because he won't even talk to his own mother or his aunt. He don't want y'all to see y'all own granny. They lied again today saying that y'all granny harasses you all. It was just torture. It was just one dumb thing after another. And it's like, why are they doing this? Mama tried. And I fought. And I cried. My attorney begged him to just watch the police body cam. Just watch 5 minutes of one. And you will see why this is not a good idea. These kids want to just be able to spend time with their parents. I have been trying to advocate for the both of you for an entire year since he filed this stupid petition. And I can't even get a judge to hear me out, even with an attorney. And the first thing he says is, well, she's abusive to the children and she beats them and abuses them. Never mind the fact that Williams cried the last time he had to go. This is why your brother had to record him, and I didn't know it until I saw the video. But your brother was just trying to tell him, stop calling the police to my mom's house. I just want to be with my mom. You didn't have to do that with me. You didn't have to record me telling me not to call the police to your dad's house. I let you go to your dad's house. I don't stop you from doing that. I want you to be stable. Doctor told you at 15, you're going to have to make some decisions. You're going to have to say, sometimes, Dad, listen, this is stressing me out. I can't have my blood pressure high. This is stressful. You're going to have to think about your health. You're going to have to take control of your health, son. Continue to eat fruits and vegetables, drink water, and exercise at your dad's house. I know you guys are stressed out over this. I'm more stressed out than you will ever know. But I also have to keep fighting. I'm not trying to take custody from him. I'm willing to share it. He's the one that's forcing me to have to take it from him. Because he can't stop doing this stuff that's toxic. When it's affecting your health and your mental health, and then you're in therapy, you won't give me the name of the doctor. How can I take you to therapy if I don't know who to take you to? He won't even tell me who's giving you these evaluations. You probably missed 2 sessions because I have no idea who the doctor is. And he still won't tell me. And just because your schools are closing doesn't mean I can't put you all in a new school. But he make it seem like, well, the school's closing, she doesn't care. No, I do care. I went to the PTA meeting in one of the schools and spoke out. So he did nothing. Him and his attorney lied about everything. She lied about your dad having a psych eval in 2020. He never saw a psychiatrist or got a psych eval. But his attorney lied to a judge about it. And he told her, if it turns out you're lying, I'm going to hold you in contempt in my court. Contempt meaning he can either fine the attorney or have her locked up for 2 or 3 days for lying about your dad getting a psych eval. They're painting this picture like I'm crazy and abusive. I don't need to manipulate you all. I've been telling you all, whatever y'all want to do, just let me know. I never berated you about you doing the affidavit. I always had my doubts because I know your dad is influencing you with that. When you were able to tell the police, that's how I felt at that time. Because children don't ask to have extra time with a mother that's abusing them. It doesn't happen. My attorney was like, why would he never call 911 or call CPS or DFACS if that be the case? He's never reported any of this. He's never reported any abuse. Physical abuse. He's never even said that in court previously. So you guys are going to have to be your own advocates. And you're going to have to tell this guardian ad litem exactly what you want. Even if you say, I still want to stay primarily with my dad, but here are the days I want to be at my dad, and here are the days and times I want to go to my mom. However you want to iron that out, you're going to have to tell her that. And if you all tell her, if you say to her, I want to stay with my mom, and I want to go over there right now, guess what? She has the power to go to the courts and say, these children just told me they want to go back to their mama's house and stay with their mama. And that they don't want to be here with their dad. And they're upset. And they will do an emergency motion and an order, and they will change it. That's how much power your guardian ad litem will have. Your legal representation. She will be you all's attorney, not mine, not your dad's. Y'all's attorney. There's nothing I can say or do to influence her or sway her in any way. But she is going to see the police body camera footage. She's going to see how your dad has to be coaxed to come to graduations. Won't come to the dinners. But then lie in court saying, I'm abusing you all. This is what I've had to fight for a whole year. And it's just been one battle after another. Mama never wanted any of this. I didn't file this petition to drag your dad to court. He did this to me. And I'm tired of it. Y'all are tired of it. I'm tired of it. Y'all not going to be... I mean, he doesn't want y'all to see anybody. Their grandmother, her mother is harassing them and harassing the children and berating the son for doing the affidavit. He said, well, I'm going to consider the affidavits of both children. So now, two things. The guardian ad litem, once I come up with the money, is going to start the case. She's going to come out, interview you all here and at your dad's house, just like the social worker did, except she has the power to petition the court in an emergency and say, these children want to go home. And I'm not going to let them sit here and be tortured at their dad's house. If they want to go, they got to go. Or this is what they want to do. And they want to do this immediately. If you still want to go to the school by your dad's house, at this point, legally, I can't do anything about it. So if you're going to Langston Hughes High School, fine. He and I agreed that y'all would go to charter schools. Because it's going to be an adjustment from a charter school to a public school. And he didn't care about any of that. He's trying to make it seem like I don't care that y'all schools are closing. When I was at the fucking meeting, I have videos going off on the board of trustees. I can't help that y'all schools are closing. But I took care of it. When I found out I got you in a school enrolled, and I had to do the same thing with William. And he's lying to them saying, I did nothing about it. I act like I didn't know the schools were closing. I was well aware of that. My attorney said she's already enrolled him in a new school because she had the power as the final decider with education. That's what's in the original order. They agreed on that in mediation. And we did. And he lied today, said, no, it was never that. I said, it's in the order. It's in writing. That's why I was able to enroll you in school, because I've always been the final decider with education. So today the judge is like, okay, starting Friday, your dad's going to come pick you up and keep y'all for 2 whole weeks and a weekend before I see you all again. I will not be able to see you all until the second weekend of next month. Friday to Sunday only, that's it. Even the dinner night is Tuesday. And that's once a week for 2 hours. 2 hours. Even on my dinner night, I have to carry y'all back to y'all dad by 7 p.m. Y'all won't be able to stay tonight. Won't be able to stay here. Even if you ask, he's going to say no. Then it's got to go on for 12 weeks. It won't be till September. But I can go back to court and say, y'all, please give me my children. Let me see them. If you tell the guardian ad litem what you want to do, and tell the guardian ad litem, we want to do this now. We don't want to wait. She'll be able to make that happen. But you have to tell her the truth. Just tell her what you want to do. You want to say, I want to go to my dad's house 1 week, my mom's house next week, and we want to start doing that right now because we're not going to stay away from my mom. However you want to put it. Just be honest with her, be direct. Don't be afraid to tell your dad, I don't want to be here. Don't be afraid to tell him this is wrong. There's no reason for you to be keeping us from my mom. And you go to court and lie and say she's beating us? How? Judge asked last year, is there any sign of abuse? You know, they said no. He's never said that in court. For a whole year, not one time has your dad ever said that I physically beat you all and abused you all. I don't know why he feels like this is okay to keep you all from me and not have your own mother in your life. But your dad doesn't even talk to his mother. And there's a lot wrong with that. He doesn't talk to any of his family except his sister. He doesn't talk to his aunt, who's at the graduation and the dinner. He doesn't talk to his brothers. And now he doesn't want me around my own children I gave birth to. When you all get this guardian ad litem, dear God, you better tell her everything. Don't be afraid to be honest, even in front of him. This man is a nut house. I don't know why he doesn't want us with our mother. But starting today, we want to go home to our mother and see our mother more often. We're not going to be okay with this. And I would not be surprised if he cost you your job. Because he knows that income you're going to earn is going to be a lot of money. And for him to sit there and say, it's too far. I don't want to, it's not going to be reasonable to transport him. That's not something that you should be told. He's a parent. You don't have a car or driver's license yet. When he said that about you working at the summer camp, Pony, I already knew he doesn't want you to work. I want you to do whatever it is you want to do that's going to help put you on a positive path. You're doing something constructive like working. You could be out here running around with these knuckleheads in the streets, but you're not. You want to actually work. Of course I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure you get this job. But he's mad because it's through the city of Atlanta because I work for the city. And he doesn't want you to work for the city. Simply because I helped you get an interview. I didn't help you get the job. I helped you get the application done, your resume done, because I'm your mother. He's not helping you do this stuff. Your dad didn't take time to help you draft your resume or do an online application. If he cared, he would have done it. How many times have I said to you, why isn't your dad teaching you how to drive already? He's sitting here taking time off for court, but doesn't want to show up for an award ceremony or a dinner. Won't say if he's going to take you driving or teach you how to drive. He won't be able to, he can't say when that's going to happen. He won't give me the name of the doctor for the therapist. So when you are home second or fourth weekends of the month and you got to go to the doctor, I can take you to the doctor. But if they won't tell me who it is, how am I supposed to know? That's why I said if you know who she is and the address, just give me the information so I can make sure you go when you're home. This person sitting here saying, I can't see y'all until Fridays to Sundays only, just a weekend. And one dinner night until 7 p.m. with one of y'all a week.
When is it starting?
It starts Friday.
This Friday?
This Friday. And this is the 5th weekend. So we get alternating 5th weekends. So this 5th weekend, he gets to start off. The next time we have a 5th weekend, then I'll be able to have y'all that 5th weekend. And God knows how long that is. I can't even keep you all the night of dinner nights anymore. I literally would have to give y'all back to him at 7 p.m. on dinner night. Y'all are 15 and 11 years old. This is fucking stupid. Y'all should be able to say, I don't want to do that. But that's what that's what your attorneys are going to be. Your attorney is going to do. She's going to speak for you all. And you have to be honest and tell her. In the meantime, because your dad and I have been ordered to use Family Wizard, which is something I told his attorney last year we should be doing. So all the communication he and I have is going to be on Family Wizard. So what my attorney suggested is to avoid you all having to say anything for him to hear or go on your phones, reading text messages, taking videos and stuff out. Y'all gonna have to start writing down things that go on. Your dad say he gonna punch you in the chest, write down the date and the time. Dad threatened to punch me in the chest. This is the only way to do it because I told them he takes you all's phones. He doesn't let y'all call me. He doesn't encourage you to call me. He won't let William call me at all. William lost his phone at Six Flags. And he continues to take the devices and go through my phones. And I can't have him going through my device. That's an intellectual theft.
Well, can we take notes about what happened?
Yeah, you're going to take notes. Okay? You're going to hear. When you go to your dad's house, do not tell him about these notebooks. Because if he finds out, he's going to take them. And he's going to read them. Huh? You just put it in your pocket. Put it underneath your shirt. Because if you see, he takes your phone all the time, goes through your phone. He reads all your texts. Then he sends you texts. Make it seem like I'm forcing y'all to do stuff. But if y'all write it down, you can show your attorney. Not his attorney or my attorney. You're going to have your own. Y'all going to have your own attorney. Her name is Tori. Miss Tori. She's going to be y'all attorney.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. I have to get the information.
Is it like T-O-R?
It might be T-O-R-Y or something like that. Put them on it. If y'all got backpacks, take that backpack, put your notebooks in it. When you get to the house, go upstairs, put your notebooks underneath your bed, underneath the mattress or something.
Well, he hasn't brought that yet. It's just flat.
Okay, we'll slide it underneath your mattress.
Okay.
Slide it underneath the bed. Put it somewhere in a drawer. Don't y'all have furniture? Y'all have furniture? You got a dresser?
Yep.
Stick it in your dresser underneath your clothes.
Well, what if he, goes through it?
If he goes through it, then I said put it somewhere where y'all know he won't look for anything.
I'll
Excuse me.
put it behind the whole dresser.
No, because it gets stuck back there. You got a dresser that's like socks. Or what drawers does he not go in? Your underwear
Everything.
drawer?
He goes in everything.
What kind of beds y'all have? Y'all have the ability to put stuff underneath the bed?
I'll just no way. When I put
Does it go in your backpacks? Okay, put it in your backpack. You don't have a backpack over there? No, you won't need it over here. You'll need it over there. Because the document, if you want to document over here, you can document it in your phone over here. You can create a note in your phone and document it in your phone. But if you document what's going on over there, and he confiscates you all's phones. So if you do that, guess what? He's going to be able to see all of that. Because he goes through all stuff. So that's why it's recommended y'all write down stuff. Miss Tori, when she starts the case, because I have to come up with $2,500 to pay my half. It's the total of $5,000. He's got to pay $2,500.
Is it like cash or card?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it takes a card, but Mommy's got to come up with $2,500 more. These court cases are costly. Attorney's fees cost. I gotta give $5,000 to my attorney. $2,500 for y'all attorney. He's got to pay his half for the $2,500, and he doesn't want to do that. But I'm going to come up with the money. I don't know how. I'm going to have to do a fundraiser or something on my YouTube channel. I'm going to have to start a GoFundMe or something. But what I want y'all to do is, you don't have to do it right now. I'm saying when you're at your dad's house. Because he's only gonna let y'all come home second and fourth weekends from Friday to Sunday. Even in the summertime, it'll be Friday after 6. And then Sunday until 6. They can't even say why they're restricting my time with you all. And the worst part is, the judge didn't want to hear this because he was too busy trying to go out of town. But either way, these notebooks, you got to do it the old-fashioned way, like a journal. You write down the date and time, like Friday. Whatever the date is on Friday, whatever's going on, look at your watch, look at your phone, and look at the time. And say, you know what? This happened today at this time. Date, time, and then write down what happened. And when you all meet with y'all attorney, Miss Tori, you're going to say, can't say it out loud, but here's what's been going on. And you hand in your journal. You understand? Because if you can't be honest with your own attorney, how can she advocate for you? Even if you write in there, please help me get out this house, or my dad won't let me talk to my mom, or I don't want to be here anymore. If you can't say it, write it down and show her that. And then she'll pull y'all to the side into a private little area and say, what's going on? My dad won't let us talk to our mother. He won't let us see her. This is not what we want. And she can make something happen right then and there. I've seen guardian ad litems take the children out the home and take the children to the other parent's house. And then call the court and say, these kids don't want to be here. I'm not going to force them. I've already told the parent and the parent's attorneys, I'm dropping off these children at their mother or their father's house. I've seen both. These kids are not being abused. He's lied. They're miserable. They're hurting. They're upset. They want to see their dad. They just don't want to be stuck with him 24/7. They want to have the opportunity to spend time with their mother. And it's going to be really disappointing if he doesn't take you to work. It's going to be really disappointing because it hurts you. Because you want to work. You want to be able to earn some extra money here. And he only opened up those accounts and did all that bullshit just to try to make it seem like he's willing to help let you work and do stuff. You're going to be working downtown. He's not going to want to drive downtown. He doesn't even want to put you in a school in this area. He's putting you in a school 5 minutes from his house. He's going to enroll both of y'all in schools at his house, near his house. And probably won't even tell me what school y'all going to. You have to mention the Langston Hughes in order for me to know. You think he told me he's trying to put you in a school like that? Alienation, parental alienation and isolationism is dangerous. It's toxic. I don't know what goes on in his home. I don't know what he says and does to you all. But one thing I know is you all have the power to document it and tell your attorneys when she starts her investigation with you all. When she comes out there and spends time with you all, tell her everything you want her to know. Tell her the truth. If she asks you questions, just honestly answer. I did an affidavit of election. I don't mind staying with my dad. But this nonsense with him keeping me from my mother, this isn't working. We want to spend more time with our mom, and we want to start doing that now. We don't want to wait 12 weeks. We don't want to do this. This is ridiculous. I bought you that blood pressure machine. I tried to tell the judge, I said, my son, I need to, he's got some elevated blood pressure, and it's scary to me because he's 15. He shouldn't have a blood pressure at 150. You know what your dad said? Nothing. He sat there. Didn't care. His attorney, that's something he can go take him to a doctor. That's not how this works. How does he check your blood pressure every day? How's he going to do that? He will have to buy something to do it. But it's not like he's trying. When I told your dad what was going on, he didn't care. He didn't say anything. Oh, it's just more speculation to divide me into kids. This is about your health. He's made this whole thing about him and him trying to hurt and attack me. And it's not about me or him. It's about you two. And if you start, listen, 15 years old, Puna, like that doctor said, you're going to have to start speaking up and saying, hey, Dad, you're not going to stress me out today. You're going to stress me out. I don't want that. Your dad doesn't know the first thing about leg swelling, renal failure, any of that. You can have hypertension in your organs. He has no idea how that works. He doesn't have any idea about the science and healthcare behind it. When y'all are sick, that's why when y'all come home, I get y'all better in 2 or 3 days. You don't know what to do. Y'all walk around the house sick with a cold with him all week. And then y'all have to come home and get nursed back to health. Plenty of times y'all done came home, I ain't got no cold, I ain't sick, I can smell it. And then y'all better in 2 or 3 days. The only reason why he doesn't have this stuff because he know it will make him look like an asshole if he didn't buy Vicks and vapor patches. Or give y'all medicine when y'all have a cold. This is what I've had to fight today. 2 hours just to be told, go to anger management, get a psyche valve. Both of us have to get that. Your dad and I both have to do that. The father will have primary physical custody of the kids. Mother will have visitation only 2nd and 4th weekends of each month from Friday to Sunday. That's it. And 1 dinner night with each child each week. So starting next week, Tuesday, whoever goes first, and then they have to alternate it that way. Until 7 p.m. Never mind if we're at the restaurant and it hits 7 p.m. Or if I have to go to work and don't get out till 4 and then still got to find somewhere to go take out a dinner, meet up with him because y'all out of school right now. So I have to meet up with him after work and get y'all something quick to eat by 7 p.m. He told the judge he wanted me to have supervised visitation. He wants someone watching me spend time with you all. This is the bullshit and the nonsense that he stirred up. And it's the worst thing he did was tell you all, I'm showing favoritism. That's why William has anxiety. He's scared of the dark still. He has to get adjusted to that. And with this nonsense with y'all dad, it just makes it worse. But just like I want William to be brave, I want you to be brave, Puna. You're 15 years old. Dad, you don't cut this out. I'm going to say I changed my mind about that affidavit, sir. And then I will not stay here at all. Cut this nonsense out. Let us see our mother. Sometimes you may have to record yourself doing this stuff because how else is he listening? He's ignoring all of this. He ignored me when I told them about your blood pressure, about you wanting to get your job, and how he has tried to deter you from working when you was talking about working at a summer camp. Because he knows it's going to hurt him. He only thinking about himself. I want you to work because that's what you want to do. And it's positive and productive. I want you to have your own money. I want you to learn how to be responsible and save. Buy your own school shoes, stuff like that. You're excited about doing that. He's mad because you wanted to stay here. I never force you all to do this. I never force you all to stay home. But if I can't be confident that your blood pressure is going to get under control and get stable over there, I'm not willing to see you laid up in a hospital. Like the doctor said about the other kid, your age, having to go to dialysis 3 times a week. Because no one knew what swelling in the legs and the feet meant, edema. That's why I check your ankles at night. That's why I keep checking your blood pressure. I'm not losing you to the blood pressure issues. You can have a stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, all kinds of stuff. And I'm not losing you to something that could be controlled and regulated. Y'all ain't got no bikes over there. It's not like I can ride a bike. So if you go exercise, you gotta go outside and walk. And if he don't want y'all to come home, how quick you think he gonna want y'all to just be outside like that? He don't want y'all to do what he wants y'all to do, but he won't listen to you all. He doesn't care that you cry to the cops. He doesn't care that he grabbed William. He scared the crap out of all of us when he did that. Thank God we didn't have any trigger-happy cops. I don't want your dad to go to jail, but if he does things to end up going, that's where he's going to go. He don't have to put his hands on you all. I don't do that. I didn't grab either one of you all when you called the cops in my house. I didn't grab y'all by the arm or block the doorway. I didn't do any of that. I didn't care that William was crying, saying, don't make me go. But that you tried to reason with him. Dad, just let us stay over, one more night. And then come get us tomorrow. But guess what? Now that y'all have your own attorneys, you don't have to do anything to appease him. So what if he gets angry? Who cares? He gets angry, you just be angry. What y'all do is tell that your attorneys the truth. The technical term is guardian ad litem, but that's a fancy word of saying your legal representation. You tell her the truth, write things down, and don't tell him that I had this conversation. Don't tell him my attorney gave me these notebooks, because she said it's a good idea since he keeps taking y'all phone. Y'all just do it the old-fashioned way and write it down, and don't let him find out about these notebooks, because he's going to destroy them. Yeah, he rip it up and throw it in the trash. For some reason, your dad has a control issue right now. He's just trying to control you two. He doesn't care about how you all really feel, what's going on with you, your blood pressure, his anxiety, him not wanting to be there at all. Y'all both have the right to express what you want. You both have the right to do that. Parents aren't perfect, and neither is your father. Neither am I. But mommy wants the best for you all. I want y'all to flourish and strive. I never stopped you all from seeing your dad because I grew up with a dad in my life that died last year from prostate cancer. And your dad doesn't give a shit about that. I was raised to see my dad as much as I wanted. So I would never keep you all from your dad because I understand how important it is for you to see him. But you all have to be the ones to say, Dad, this is ridiculous. Don't care why you're doing this. You need to stop doing it. Y'all won't be able to see your granny as often. He's lying saying the granny is harassing you all. Your granny never harassed y'all. I'm abusing you all. I'm physically beating you all.
Should we tell Granny that?
No. If y'all ask to see her or call it, just write it down every time you ask to see, not just your granny, but your grandmother. Dad, can you take us to see our grandmother today? Nope. All right. Date and time. Write it down. We asked to see our grandmother today. Dad declined. This is Dad's mother. But that doesn't mean y'all don't have the right to communicate. I'm almost afraid for you to go over there with you without a phone. I will have to scrub that phone clean so you can have a device he can't go through and find anything on because he keeps taking your device. And I don't have the money to buy you a phone right now. I've tried. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to pull up today and pick y'all up today. Even though his attorney said, and the judge said, y'all can stay here till Friday. And then he gets you all Friday. But I asked him, I said, what if he tries to show up today and calls the police? You're just going to have to let him go. So I won't even have the last... I said, so you mean to tell me that I have to sit here and wonder for the next 3 days if I'm going to be able to still have these last few good days with my kids until 2 weeks. The second weekend of June. And that's Father's Day, I think. No, it's the third weekend of June. And a dinner night until 7 p.m. 1 on Tuesdays. The only reason why I picked Tuesdays is because I have choir rehearsal Thursdays. And then Friday is supposed to be the alleged exchange day when y'all do come home every other weekend. He wouldn't even let me get you all every weekend. And I'm sitting here like, why am I having to beg for time with my own kids I gave birth to? What is going on where you feel like I can't be with my own children? You're asking for it to be supervised? For what? They lied to the judge today and said, I abused you all and I'm beating you all. And he's never called defects, CPS, the police on me. Y'all have never had bruises or anything. I've never hit you all, punched you all, kicked you all. I've never hurt you all at all. Never. Ever. Ever. I don't even spank you all. I haven't spanked you all since you were 4. He's been the one spanking you all. He does it with extension cords. And that's what you all tell your guardian, you tell your attorneys. Tell your attorney. You both have the same attorney. Tell her everything. Tell her the truth. I'm not telling you all to lie on your dad, because he lies on me constantly in court. But if you tell her the truth, it makes him look bad when we go back, because then the judge will know all that shit him and his attorney said today is nothing but a lie. And yet the kids didn't lie on him. They just said the truth and what they wanted. I tried to spare you all from this stuff. I did. I tried my best not to talk about this case or anything like that. But I'm only going to see you all twice a month for a weekend. And every other Tuesday for the both of you. So if you come Tuesday to dinner, it won't be... After 7 p.m., you have to go back to your dad, even though it's summertime. I don't know what's going to happen with you working. They send me an email tomorrow saying, hey, the start date is this day. I don't know how that's going to go, son. I don't know. I can still set up your direct deposit for you, but if he doesn't take you to work and you miss so many days, they're going to kick you out the internship. And that's not fair to you. You worked hard for that. You did the application. You did the interview. You bust your butt with the physical. You got your blood pressure under control. You got cleared. You worked hard for it and you earned it. But if he doesn't take you, you're going to have to tell him, Dad, I love you, bro, but let me tell you something. We're not doing this, because I could just say I don't want to follow through the affidavit anymore. And I don't want to live with you anymore. You trying to keep us from mom? You doing all this stuff for what, bro? And even the judge was like, okay, why can't y'all come together and mediate? My attorney said, here's proof my client did it twice. And each time your dad says, no, I want primary custody. I want sole custody. I don't want her to see them. And if she does, it needs to be supervised. But he still got to pay child support. I don't even know what he's doing this for. And I'm the one who said, okay, if I get primary custody of William, you get primary custody of Alex, and then you still allow them to spend time whenever they want, whenever they choose, you don't even have to pay me child support. He said no. He didn't want to work out anything with me. Nothing. This isn't about money for me, because I literally told him twice he doesn't have to pay child support if we have custody and visitation and let you all choose when y'all want to exchange and go home and come here or go over there. He's still saying no. I want sole custody of them. He wants to control you all and keep y'all in the house and keep y'all away from everybody. He don't want you all to communicate with me. He don't want you all to talk to me. She influences the kids and forces them to say this and do that. No, I don't. This is all the shit they said at the hearing today. And I can't take it. So, Mama tried. I'm trying, Lord. But y'all be sure to be honest with your attorney. Tell her what you want. Tell her when you want to come home, when you want to be with him. If you want to still live primarily with him, tell her. Tell her, be honest. If you say, I want to do both joint, I want to split my time up with both, tell her whatever it is you want to do. If you say you want to stay primarily with me, you tell her that. Tell her what you want. I'll still go see my dad, but I want to see him on these days or every other weekend, however. But I want to stay with my mom, or I want to stay with my dad, and I go to my mom's house these days. However y'all want to do it, just tell her the truth, okay? Write down what happens. Because I can't tell him to stop taking y'all phones. And I've tried. And these lions said, I don't take their phones. You took text messages out of Alex's phone. What you talking about? I have them. I don't know what you all discuss, and I don't ask for them. But don't tell him nothing else that go on in my house, because I don't ask about what goes on in his. When it affects you all, that's when you all let me know. But your attorney have more power than I do right now, and I'm y'all mother. So you have to tell your attorney for sure. If he doesn't take you to work, right now, each day you miss work. Okay? My dad won't even let me work an internship. So every day you miss, when you get your start date, missed work today, told my dad to take me to work, he didn't want to take me to work. Asked my dad to take me driving lesson, didn't want to take me driving. Don't want to teach me how to drive. And put down the date and time. So if it's June 1st at 8 p.m., this happened, had this conversation, asked my dad about this, told my dad, want to go to see my mom. He said no. Asked him why he won't let us see our mom. Gave me this answer and write down what he said. And then you show your attorneys that. Show your attorney that. And tell her, we're not happy. This is not what we want. I want y'all to have the freedom to see us when you want to, because it's less tense. It's less stress. You know, you guys get to freely make that decision because you're old enough to say that now. Y'all not toddlers. Y'all not babies. Y'all are old enough to say, I don't want to go home because I want to spend time with my mom. And if you try to sit here and do all that, oh, well, y'all just say, I don't want to hear that, Dad. You're going to make my blood pressure go up. Stop right there. You're not going to aggravate my blood pressure. We're not doing this. I said I want to see my mom. If you don't want to take me to see her, that's fine. But we're not going to go through all that. And the same with me. I want to stay here with my dad this weekend. I don't want to come home. It's fine. Just tell me that, okay? I never say get angry. I never say, no, you need to come home. I've never forced you all to come home, even when it was my parents' time. The police came to your dad's house after the 4th time he violated the court order. You still stayed out there that weekend. I could have told the police, it's my parents' time. I want both my children. Like he did when he called the police to my house. I didn't do that because I don't want y'all to ever feel like I'm keeping y'all from him. But I told them my children are paranoid. They're constantly looking out the blinds because they think that dad is going to show up the police at my house. He's forcing himself on my own children. And one has already said, I don't mind staying with you primarily, but I'm going to see my mother. Calm down. And he still doesn't care. And you're old enough to say what you want to do. I guarantee you, if you were to tell him, Dad, if you don't stop this, I'm not staying with you. If you don't take me to work, I'm not going to live here. And I'm going to tell my attorney that. I'm not going to stay here with you if you ain't going to take me to work. If you're not going to let me see my mother. I'm not staying here with you with this. Y'all have a better chance, and I told the judge that. If I have custody, they can see that dad whenever they want. They have a better chance of seeing the dad with me having custody than they have of me seeing my own children if he gets custody. And that's exactly what the fuck happened today, which is stupid. The judge gives him primary physical custody. He gets to enroll y'all in school. I have no say-so in it. He's not going to tell me where the hell y'all going to school at in August. He didn't even tell me about Langston Hughes. I have no idea where he's going to put you in school. And then I have to wait till September to go back to court. If he violates the court order and keeps you all, I won't be able to do anything about it. But your attorney will. So when you all meet with her, first thing you're going to say is, Here's our notebook. We've been keeping tabs on everything. We want to do this. I want to do this, A, B, C, D. I want to stay with my dad. I want to stay with my mom. I want to go to my mom's house these days, stay the number of nights, blah, blah, blah. However you want to do that, that's exactly what you're going to tell and say. We're not waiting till September. We're going to do this now. I have to come up with $2,500 as soon as I pay my retainer. I don't know if your dad is going to pay it. She might just, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I have to ask my attorney. If I pay my portion, is she still going to start working and just maybe do it in 6 weeks as opposed to 12? I don't know how that's going to go. But the attorney retainment is $5,000. We have to split the cost of that. Yeah, like I don't have bills here. I'm still trying to catch up from being unemployed last year for 8 fucking months because of this stupid case. I literally gave every dime I had to my attorney last week and couldn't even pay my bills. Y'all supposed to be here to Friday, so he's not supposed to come get y'all until Friday. That's when it's supposed to start. So I don't know. I mean, whenever she comes out there, it'll be after we pay the retainer. And if he takes his time paying it, he's only going to be delaying it. Even if I came up with the money tomorrow, he would still have to come up with his portion. And I would have to ask my attorney, if I pay my money as soon as I pay my part, can she go ahead and get started? So, she's an attorney. She gets the right to charge her retainer and charge her fees how she wants. I'm going to come up with the money to pay her first and then my attorney because I can't afford this $7,500. I would have to come up total for my attorney and y'all attorney. And I think they're betting on me not being able to afford it. I don't care if I have to do videos and start a GoFundMe. I'm going to come up with that money. Because when we go back to court in September, I want this to be done and concluded once and for all. And I am going to ask for primary physical custody of y'all. And I'm going to leave it up to you all when you want to spend time with your dad. I'm not going to restrict you. I've never done that, and I'm not going to do it. But right now, I can't trust his decision maker. He wants me to have supervised visitation. What the fuck is that? I've never hurt you all. So, anytime he makes a threat, punch y'all in the chest, all those spankings he gave you all with extension cords, tell your attorney that. Let her know everything. Tried to talk to my mom today. This idiot grabbed my phone. So I can't even talk to my mother freely. He doesn't allow us to talk to our mother freely. He doesn't let us talk to her every day. Asked him to take me to work. He caused me to miss work today. He's going to get me kicked out of this internship. Write down everything with the date and the time of it. Grab your phone, look at what time it is, and put the date on that. And then write down exactly what happened, what you said, what he said, and do that. I did that. I have a journal as well. I started one. Because this works in court. I started one. April 25th, 2024, Thursday. While driving to Staples, my youngest son, informed me that his father gets upset whenever the youngest son wants to call or communicate with the mother. He berates him, saying, "I don't know what you are up to," and refuses to allow youngest son to contact his mother in privacy. Youngest son feels that his father blames him for the incident and divorce/custody case. I wrote it down, and my attorney tried to read this to the judge today and to show him the police camera footage. Y'all asking to stay the first time he called the cops. Y'all asking to stay an extra night and extra 3-4 nights. Judge didn't even want to hear it. And then he's lying saying, "I beat you all. I beat you all. I physically abused you all and beat you all. Your granny is harassing you all." My visitation should be supervised because I'm a danger to you all. I got to get my kids away from here. That's what he told the cop. And it was recorded on the cop's body camera. I got to get them out of here. They're going to counseling because of their mother. No. Y'all going to counseling because your doctor recommended it and because y'all did a mental health assessment. Not because of me, but he kept you off. He encouraged you to think that I was the reason why you were going to counseling and that it was my idea when it was the doctor's idea and because of your assessment. He didn't care about the fact that he interfered with your mental health evaluations last year for 3 fucking months. Had you sending me text saying this is what you want, not me. I don't even know if you sent that. Could have been him sending it from your phone. Like, no, this is what the doctor said is recommended. Just like if you had to go to a neurologist. It's a referral. That's not what I want. That's what the doctor recommended. I have the medical records. And guess what? He won't even tell me who's your therapist now. Because I guarantee you your therapist does not know that you've already did a PHQ-9 assessment and you've already started counseling last year with a different psychiatrist. He didn't tell the judge that he interfered with you getting counseling. He didn't tell the judge that he violated the court order and picked you up from school. Driving like a maniac in the parking lot, lying to you, saying I blocked him in when the school camera footage was showing something very different. I recorded it. Not one time was he ever blocked in. I pulled it to a separate car lane. But he lied and said I blocked him in, and that he had to rescue you from school because I was there to pick you up. It was my parents at the time. Of course I was there to pick you up. Did I ever do that to him? No. Did I ever come pick you all up on his weekend and say, y'all come jump in the car, hurry up? No. He tried to lie and say I blocked him in, and my attorney's like, we have the video. So I want you all to please take these journals with you Friday when you go to your dad's. You can write down what happens here. Document it. Write down the date and timestamp. Anything that goes on, write it down. Date and timestamp.
Right now?
Yeah, y'all can take notes for whatever y'all want. It's primarily for y'all to have at your dad's house because I don't know what goes on over there, but get a pencil. You know what? No, write with ink. That way it can't be erased. So use a pen. Write down how y'all feel, what's going on, the date and timestamp. Anything that happens, that way when your attorney's assigned and starts her thing, y'all can say, read this. This is what we want to do right now. Okay? Mama love you all very, very much. Y'all my babies, and I don't ever want you all to be hurt. I don't want y'all in this mess. I never filed anything to take y'all dad to court. When I could have done that, I still didn't do it. Because this nonsense, these court battles are just horrible. I didn't want to go through this. He dragging me through this just like he dragging you all through this. And he thinking that she's going to run out of money. She's going to give up because she's not going to be able to afford it. Blah, blah, blah. And he's mad because that's not happening. I'm not giving up on my children. I never cared that you did the affidavit of election. I simply want you to be happy. And I told them that. I said, I've never stopped my oldest son from when he said he did an affidavit. I didn't get mad at him for that. I just want him to know that he can still have the right to spend time with me. That's it. But I want y'all to be happy. Whatever makes y'all happy, that's what I want. That's all I want.